Hello and welcome to today's coronavirus pandemic update for Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. Majority of the country today remains in a high to substantial amount of transmission on the old CDC map. That makes up 97% of all counties. Today we got a variant proportion update. And today, 77.9% of all cases is the BA.5 variant. The BA.4 variant makes up 12.8% of the cases. BA.2.12.1 is 8.6% of the cases. The BA.2 variant is 0.6% of the cases. B&O never completed their update today, but here's what we have so far. So far today we have roughly 196,169 new cases. That number's likely under. It's probably a good bit over 200,000, maybe close to 210,000 for the final number today. But again, they're delayed in updating. They'll have it tomorrow morning. I will tweet out the final number that they put up tomorrow morning on Twitter, or if they do it later on tonight. However, with that being said, with the data being incomplete, they still have already tacked on to the total 737 new deaths today. Yikes, that's pretty bad. Tests so far today, 856,622 tests added to the count today. Hospitalizations, they are up so far, and this number will actually go even higher. So far, they are up by 860, making a total of 42,612. ICUs are up again today, up by 97. That total is at 4,842. And speaking of hospitalizations, let's take a look at the Hhs Dashboard. The Hhs Dashboard today is at 42,894. Hospitalizations, 76% of all beds are in use, and 6.12% of the cases are now for coronavirus. So that number is actually rising slightly. And if we were to dig into the hospitalizations deeper, Pennsylvania is now at over 1,600 people hospitalized on the Hhs count. However, on the state reported dashboard today, our state is only reporting 1,160 some hospitalizations. I don't understand why there's a 500 difference, but that's telling me something is off, and I'm going with the Hhs. And this is not the exception, because this is happening with multiple states where Hhs is higher than the state reported number. I don't like that. I wish the states would report the same number as the Hhs, but this is where we're at. All right, looking at some states for cases today, shall we? Texas, 12,341 new cases. Florida, 12,000 new cases. New York, 8,800 new cases. Illinois, 5,300 new cases. We skip over Pennsylvania. That's incorrect. Pennsylvania did the weekly update today, and Pennsylvania reported 20,240 new cases for the weekly update today. North Carolina, 28,100 cases for the weekly update. Georgia, 27,231 cases for the weekly update. New Jersey, 3,900 new cases. Arizona, this is a weekly update, 18,135 new cases. Tennessee, 3,700. Virginia, 3,100. Indiana, 4,600. Wisconsin, 2,400. Washington State, 2,100. Colorado, 1,700. And here's another weekly, I believe this is a weekly update. Kansas, 7,626 cases. The military popped out 6,100 cases today. That's bad. Hawaii, I believe this is a weekly update. 4,329 cases. Alaska, 2,300 cases. And finally, let's take a look at Maine. 246 cases today. Now to Walgreens. Real quickly, there's a disclaimer about Walgreens today. They have changed things a little bit with Walgreens now. Notice how there's a lot of tests now? There's a reason for that. New, the positivity tracker now includes both PCR and rapid NAAT test results. So they've included some rapid results and the PCR results. And clearly there are a lot of rapid tests being added. This is a good thing. So this changed up the whole positivity rate that they're getting, because when you have more tests, I guess it pops out a lower positivity rate. And I'm sure they probably found more positives. They don't actually list how many positives they have here. It might be on another page, but it's not listed here. Anywho, The national positivity now today is 37.1%. So that's significantly lower than the other day. But based on the way they're doing it now, apparently they've had this data for, I guess, over a week, because the week over week difference is still up 1.1%. Taking a look at some states, Maine is at 24.1%. New Hampshire's at 24%. And mind you, these are completely different numbers than the past few days because of all these tests that have been added. And the biggest difference I noticed when going through this is in the higher populated states. So taking a look at New York State. New York State is 22.9%. Now notice, they only have 3,900. But when we come down to the southern states, you'll notice a big difference. Pennsylvania, 25.7%. Florida today, 37.5%. But look at Florida, 32,000 tests reported. California, same deal. Current week, 47.1%. But look at how many tests reported, 10,222. Then we come down to Texas. Texas has a whole bunch of tests reported. 43.6% positivity in Texas. So that's actually slightly lower than it was before the change. But overall, week over week, with the new data, it is going up, and plus 38,000 tests reported. That's a lot of tests. Speaking of Texas, today Texas reports 29.34% positivity. And if we come to the hospital situation, their hospitalizations took another big increase today. 3,465 people in the hospital. Taking a look at New York State data for today, 8,805 new cases today, with a 10.1% positivity. As for hospitalizations, and mind you, this is just updating for me, 2,638 people in the hospital. That is up yet again over yesterday. And that's only up by 10, but overall, it is rising. Taking a look at some international data, shall we? And today for cases around the world, there were some high numbers yet again, with the biggest one, shocking one, being Japan. But first of all, India today reported 16,000 new cases. Brazil, 56,000 new cases. France only reported 89,000 cases today, so that's lower over last week. Italy reported 86,000 cases. South Korea, 76,000 new cases. And here it's saying Japan reported 81,000 cases. Not sure why it's saying that. Japan really reported somewhere between 130 and 150,000 cases. I think it was 150,000 cases I saw a BNO tweet earlier today. So don't go by this number for some reason. Australia added another 48,000 cases. This is by far the worst wave Australia has seen since the pandemic has started. And also look here, they reported another 90 deaths today, so that's bad. Mexico, 34,000 cases with another 134 deaths. So again, another bad number. Let's get rid of this advertisement and look at some percentages, shall we? Worldwide, still down 3% for the world and down 3% on deaths. So both deaths and cases are down. I'm not really buying that. Japan here, it's saying 99% up. That's also incorrect. That should be much higher, just based on the fact, like I said, I think they had really 150,000 cases today, which is a god-awful number. South Korea, 103% up now, so that's continuing to get worse. Also, remember yesterday, we were talking about Germany starting to rise again. Germany is up 8% now, so we're going to watch this. This number is going to continue to go up. I believe it might be the start of their BA 2.75 wave, or they're having a second BA5 wave. I don't have the sequencing data yet. I do want to look into that. I promise maybe tomorrow I will get some data on that. Alright, monkeypox outbreak, real quickly. I know this is a bit longer than a normal video today, but there were some changes in the data. Anywho, bad day for monkeypox. Another 1,000 plus cases were added around the world. The biggest adding of any country was France today. 541 cases were added in France today. Then you come up to the United States, which added another 215 cases today. And again, this is underreporting for the United States. I think there's going to be a much bigger report either tomorrow or Friday of somewhere at or near, or maybe even above 500 cases. Because remember, New York State's been popping out some high numbers. And the high numbers that they're popping out, just for them alone, should make this number be higher. Alright, next you come down to Brazil. Brazil had 143 cases today. Germany, 77 cases. Spain, 45 cases. You get the general idea. Monkeypox is continuing to get worse. It is a global pandemic, and hopefully when the WHO convenes over the next few days, they declare it a pandemic. All right, my daily reminders to you. Continue masking. Avoid large gatherings. And most importantly of all, stay safe, because remember, we are all in this together. Please hit like and subscribe on these videos and share these videos. We need to get the message out that this is still serious. People are laughing at the whole situation, and guess what? They need to stop. Wake up and smell the coffee. Coronavirus and monkeypox is a serious situation, and unless we do something, it is not going to end. Take care for now. See you next time.